Yeah, I mean, I didn't know because we had such a wide-ranging weather report, and we had went through all this stuff before the game, and it was concluded that it probably would not rain heavily until at least 2. It might rain, but not heavily till around 2:15, and then that got backed off. So in the beginning there, everybody was staring at each other, but we went for it, and it actually worked out really well, obviously. So give Jason credit, man. He pitched really well under awkward circumstances with weather. Gives up an early home run, settles in, not unlike what Johnny Lester did the other day. Outstanding. Plus he gets another big hit. How about it? So another good day for Jason.
Joe, take us through the eighth inning where you end up with Woods versus Weeks and works out.
Yeah. And I felt really good about Stropey coming in there. I mean, that's a really perfect setup for him. Tomas, Ahmed, Morn, etc. And when he gives up that leadoff home run, but then there's a hard hit ball at second base. Then then he punches. Then there's a hard hit ball. So I just didn't think he was on his game today. Cahill's a ground ball pitcher, just to see if he could keep Goldschmidt on the ground. Walk. I did not want Lamb hitting. Did not want Lamb hitting. So I thought they might pinch hit. I have not seen enough of Weeks to know where he's at physically. I also know that I like Travis on righties. So I thought that was the better matchup. We got lucky. Weeks worked a great at-bat. But also give Travis credit for throwing that strike right there. A lot of people don't even understand that part of it. So we got through that. And then, of course, the jug run with Anthony was huge in the bottom of the eighth. But that was it. I just didn't see a good outcome with Stropey today right there based on the previous hitters.
Joe, your team continues to take advantage of physical mistakes by the other team. Seems like as soon as they smell it, they capitalize.
Yeah, we've done a really good job of that. We've done a good job of taking advantage and then not opening the door for the other side. Yeah, we just we're at that level right now. We're playing with that kind of mental focus. Overall, I mean, we had a lot of early outs today, which was not usual for us. It's unusual. We probably could have done a little bit better job working at bats early in the game. However, you're not going to be an oil painting every night, or every day. But yeah, we have this tendency to take advantage of mistakes on the other side. But more importantly, I like the fact that we're not giving those mistakes to the other side.
Talked this morning about winning in different ways. Ball finds second base and bounds in the right field.
Yeah.
You guys making breaks like that, or it seems like things are going your way?
Well, they do. I think they only go your way when you really maintain your focus and get prepared and play the game the same way, regardless of where you're located in the standings. I've always believed in that. I've talked about our guys come ready to play every day. I think the residue of that is that things like that occur. The fact that we've run a pretty good streak right now, but we're not just conceding. We're just not emailing in any games right now. And so with all that, I just like the way our approach to the day. Everybody's playing. We've been able to give guys rest. We're not over extending bullpen arms. So I want us to be able to ride this as long as we can.
Joe, following up on that, you're exactly 1/3 of the way through the season now, and everybody can multiply 39 times 3. Not that that's how it's going to play out or anything, but it's pretty impressive.
It is. It's give our guys credit. And then at the end of the day, man, it's about focus and preparation every day, and our guys have it. Our starting pitching has been fabulous. It's been fabulous. They've taken a lot of heat off the bullpen, and they've permitted us to, get into the flow of the game offensively. Sometimes you don't grab the runs early, but if your pitcher's keeping the other side down, they keep that window kind of open, and there's a greater degree of hope. So, what could I say, man? I'm just there's nothing to complain about.
A lot of times in this homestand, you've gotten relievers up, and your starting pitcher has just kind of embraced that and said, I'm going to stay in here.
Yeah.
Is that by design, or obviously you want to be prepared?
Right. It's more preparedness than it is to motivate, honestly. When we got them up that first time, that's because Lamb was coming up in that inning, and it was going to be Travis if necessary. Once he got Drury out, then we were up by 2, so I felt good Goldschmidt threw Lamb, and then he gets Goldschmidt out, so it's a no-brainer at that point. But if it lines up the first 2 guys get on, then I thought it would be necessary to go to Travis, even though they might pinch it for him right there, because then at least you know what's going to happen in the latter part of the game, i.e. what happened there when they did pinch hit for him. I wasn't 100% sure that they would hit for Lamb, but I also knew I'd prefer anybody over Lamb. And not to denigrate Weeks, because he worked a great at-bat, but I'm watching this kid, Lamb, swing the bat, and I'm telling you what, that's A-plus stuff. This guy's really good, and it's going to keep getting better.
Joe, Rizzo had been struggling with extra base hits for a few weeks there. You seeing anything different lately other than the results?
Just results. I mean, honestly, he's the swing. I think it's more he's not missing his pitch. The biggest thing with him was we're trying to get him to stay, within his zone a little bit better and not expand so much. I don't see anything physically different. I don't.
Joe, I don't know if you saw the news. James Shields is going to the other side of town. You had him for 7 years in Tampa. What type of competitor, what type of person are the White Sox getting in James Shields?
Well, he's the guy that really set up the pitching mentality in Tampa Bay. When he came on board, he's the guy that really tremendous work ethic. He set the work ethic among the starters. He was the guy that would be on the top step of the dugout when somebody else was pitching as the group walked in, and he really brought them together in that way. Purely competitively speaking, my God, I mean, he just never wants to come out of a game. He thinks he could beat anybody. He's got really good stuff. I don't know where his stuff is at. I mean, when I saw him last, he had really good, good fastball, really good changeup. One of the better changeups I've had the pleasure of managing. He's got a really good curveball too. People don't even know how good his curveball is. Nice to try to get him to throw that more often. Competitively, man, off the charts. Again, I mean, this is not hyperbole. This is the guy that really set up the methods where with those starting pitchers really got after it in a weight room, conditioning, competitively. He's the guy that set the tone 2008, whatever it was, 7, 8.
Joe, real quick, when you came from Tampa, AL, did you just assume pitchers hitting would be an automatic out? And you didn't really think about it, or do you think that could be a weapon because it's turned into one?
Of course, no. Of course, if you have athletic pitchers, why make them bunt all the time? I mean, you know when you got a guy that has no chance. I mean, but if you look at our group, they're pretty athletic and they do swing the bat well. I don't think you should just give up an out. And furthermore, when a pitcher throws really hard on the other side, that's even more difficult to bunt. So if the guy's not throwing, velocity-wise high end, sometimes it's easier to move the baseball by swinging the bat. And they work, they practice, they're athletic. So I don't think it's just, it should be a foregone conclusion that you should bunt. Now, there's times you want to, absolutely. But I like the idea that our guys are athletic and work at it, and they can help themselves like they have this year. Cool. You're welcome.